Good morning. Well, it's morning. Let's just say morning. I don't know if it's going to be good morning because the people like Brian and Tommy that are in chat are going, finally? Are they really doing it finally?
They've got a lot of patience, and we
Really?
thank them for that.
So the apologies for the seeming endless experiment in audio recording this morning. Big shout out thanks as always to Fraser Ramsey who said, oh, well, if you're not both in Firefox, it could be a bit of a sticky wicket. And I think that's what the bridge to burn was. That may be the solution for Huzza, that we both have to be in the same browser. I don't know. Anyway, we're both working now. We both have sound now. There'll be a bit of a congratulatory party. It's going to be at Jorvik's house in Yorkshire, England. So yeah, come as you are or stay in the car. We're going to do Friday wrap-up like we do on Fridays This is your last Friday before vacation. I just wow.
Are you going to miss? You're going to miss me, aren't you?
Well, you know, I've had some quick last-minute instances of auditions for a co-host fill-in, a pinch hitter, a relief pitcher if this was baseball. And Kelvin, I want you to know that your good friend Fraser Ramsey said he will step up to the mound for just 2 days. He said he can do it Monday, maybe Tuesday, and past Tuesday, we don't know. It may well be Tommy Willis. We won't know.
Well, if there's anybody else out there, they just send the resume to you, and that'll be good.
That would be a bonus. More than likely, they just simply have to log on and we'll do it. But because today's Friday wrap-up, we better get to wrapping up or we'll go past our 10 minutes and spoil our perfect record. The only international broadcast of a podcast that has not gotten over 10 minutes. And so to get on with that, let's talk about the shows from this week. On Monday, excuse my head turn, but I got to look at the notes. On Monday, we talked about the irony of being able to read a blog post about every day. There's a blog post out there that says, blog posts aren't happening anymore. They're dead. Don't do blog posts because it's not going on. Well, where did I just read that from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other thing we shared about was the big news on the release of the update for Adobe. Adobe being in the cloud now is the way to go. If you don't have the cloud-based version of your Adobe product, I would encourage you to get it. Secondly, on Tuesday, we did SEO. Oh, before I did that, we've got to mention AMP. The ampproject.org is where it's got the gospel chapter and verse documentation for what AMP is about. Yesterday, I was in a blab, and someone was saying, oh, in AMP, you can't have images, and you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, I went and read the book, and I took exception to what they were saying about the things available to you in accelerated mobile pages, because there's a lot more. And before I forget, because Lord knows I forget things from time to time, the show notes for today's show, as always, are available theguyercookreport.podbean.com. Any of the links that we reference today, or if we forget to talk about, will be listed there because we have a link there in the show notes to our WordPress-powered blog that has all of the links in it. Everything is there for you. So, let's talk about Tuesday SEO tips. On Tuesday, there were 7 easy SEO tips posted on top that you can post, and that was written by somebody. And the link will be in the show notes. Oh, Jeff Charles. Jeff Charles. I'm reading. I'm trying to go really fast in order to get done. So Jeff Charles' article about 7 easy SEO tips if you're a solopreneur, especially, and you've got that burden of responsibility of getting the SEO straight, give that a go. Because being a solopreneur, it's got to be one of the biggest challenges there are. Also, there's an SEO cheat sheet if you're doing content marketing. Kevin Koch has done an article that he first posted up to toprankblog.com. That's an easy thing to say, but hard if you're not reading it. And his post is talking about having a cheat sheet for the many different types of content. Okay? So that's a good one to have. The third one and probably the best part of the SEO tips, 3 ways to gather actionable insights from Google Analytics to inform your marketing plan. So if you've got a plan that says, I want to have people be on the site for 3 minutes, because they've got to consume information for 3 minutes to become a conversion, to fill out the newsletter subscription and whatnot. So find your best performing pages by conversions. Remember that mobile is different than desktop, and that might go back to the AMP thing we talked about. And get your site, have its own searchable data comprised, even if you put the Google plugin for search and add that to your website. So you know when people are on your site, the search they want to do is, etc., etc., etc. Wednesday, as you know, the topic is the mind. Normally we talk about tech, like we just said this morning, go to AMP, go to SEO tips, etc. On Wednesday, yours truly, old and set in the ways that I am, I was very, 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 did I say very too many times? Maybe one more. I was very upset with the people that bombed the airport in Turkey. And if I could make, you know, at Woodstock that time when they said, no rain, it made the rain stop. Well, let's make a wish this week of no ISIS, and make ISIS stop. Because enough's enough, and I'm done with them. If there's a way to find out their IP address, oh, that would be fun. Anyway, that was my shameless exploit of rage about the Turkish airport. On Thursday, I again bounced back to AMP, but really I talked more about the 2 things you need to do already, because it was middle of the year yesterday on Thursday, June 30th. Today's the 1st. Happy July 1st. Get your AMP process involved and committed to and done. Now, some people say you can't do AMP with every site. Well, go read the book and make your own decision. The second thing, if you're a solopreneur, and Lord knows some those have that affection, start building your team. Get the plan online to say, okay, I'm going to have a business plan, I'm going to have a social media manager, I'm going to have Guy Cook do my SEO work, etc., etc. All that, put it in play and get it done. The planning part is over. Like Brian in Australia, that's in chat, his wife helps him on his projects. So he's got a team, right? And I have a co-host. Without Kelvin's help as a co-host, sometimes the background wouldn't be up. And if you go back through the archives, you'll see him.
Teamwork is key.
Right. As they say, 2 heads are better than 1 head. On the other note, getting your collaboration, getting it done, you might want to explore Google Apps. Google Apps for work, great way to get collaboration done. And on the cusp of being out of time, I'm going to do the shout-outs. A big shout-out and thanks to Fraser Ramsey from the company that likes to clean, Edinburgh Dusters. Remember, folks, on Monday, he'll be the co-host, and probably won't have the audio challenges that we had today. Okay? If you need cleaning done, if you need getting your podcast set up right done, he's the guy to call. Probably more so for cleaning than for podcasting, but he does both. The other ones that we want to shout out for is our Screencast-O-Matic, which is a good screencast recorder. That's why we're getting the image we got now. Today we decided that we're going to add chat to the sides. So if you look over there, you'll see the chat bar next to Kelvin. And that's making that work better. The Friends Just Chatting sessions that are on blab.im, representative by that logo, they're going to be in flux for the next 2 weeks because I know the guy that is the quarterback in that huddle won't be on the field. He's going to be on vacation. Hint, hint. Remember that guy I talked about over there? Yeah, he's going to be on vacation. Yeah, you. So, thanks for that. Friends Just Chatting on Blab. I probably wouldn't have started doing this podcast, wouldn't have met Fraser Ramsey, and the rest is history. So, on that note, I'm going to say Thanks for following us on all the channels that you're on, watching us on the YouTube and whatnot, and the audios doing the recordings. Have I forgotten anything?
We were going to talk about Fraser, but I think he's had good coverage. And
Well,
we'll see him on Monday.
Yeah, and maybe Tuesday. And
Tuesday as well.
And be sure to sign up, subscribe, get a ticket for the show from Tuesday on. For Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we don't know. It could be me. I might be sitting over there. We have the technology. I'm going to say those 3 magic words that we've done at the end of every show. It's a wrap.